G'day, how's all going? This is Ian Harris from Australia here, aka Ianapolis, your acrylic guru. Welcome to my video. Now, did you see that beautiful cumulus cloud picture in the opening credits? That's what we're going to paint today, and I'm going to paint it on a 30 by 42 centimetre canvas board, and we'll let the colours go up the screen for you like that as well, so that'll give you time to pause them and write them down and know what colours we're going to use in this painting, alright? Now, we're going to start with prepping the canvas. So I've got my white flowing paint down here on the palettes, and I'm going to grab some retarder, and I like using this little narrow flat 2-inch brush because I can get this all into here, and I want to get that all over the canvas there. So I'm just crisscrossing this all over the place and getting it onto my canvas, so the canvas is going to be prepared with white flowing retarded paint, ready for our sky and beautiful cumulus cloud. Alright, see that? Whether your canvas board or canvas is gesso primed or not, I still like to apply the retarder and flowing paint onto it so we got the surface ready to work the way I want it to work. Wasn't too hard. Now I'm just going to clean this brush and get the blue on there. Now down on my palette I've got phthalo blue and some retarder with that as well. Now we want to get this mixed with each other. And back up here we'll just start with some basket weaving cross strokes, just getting it all onto your canvas there. Come all the way down into the bottom as well. Just get it all on there. Okay, and then we'll cross stroke it like so. Just so we're going to have a nice soft blue sky. Now I want to pick up some blue and soften that down the horizon line area. Did I say blue? I mean white. Titanium white out of the tube now. I've washed that brush. Now this one has no retarder in it now. Work out where we want our light bit and come up to the blue. I'll come down into the water area, pick up some more, laying it on there, and I'm going right across the canvas, bringing it up to the top just so we get a beautiful gradient of the light blue coming down into a white atmospheric horizon area. Keep working it till you're happy with this. I want to go up a bit like this to get rid of some of those long brush strokes. Okay, I'm happy with that. So we've got our blue mixed with some white on there. Alright, before I put the sky on, I'm going to get some titanium white again out of the tube. And we'll just put some background detail into that sky colour. So I want to stamp on something here and kind of fork it out into the blue. Pick up some more if you need it. Stamp it on just like so. Just so we've got something to blend. Pick up a blending brush and something to keep wiping it. Now I'm going to get this blending brush sideways and I want to lightly push that into the blue just so we've got some distant hazy soft clouds sitting behind our big strong cumulus that we're going to put in here. Okay, there we go. Go up the top a bit if we want. It's not much, but it's there. Now down on my palette I've got some red. I'm going to pick up some of the blue that we had there and I want to mix up a purple. Just get the purple into your brush. Now we'll start putting some white with it. So we've got that distinct bluey purple colour. The more white you put in it, there we go, we'll just go over here now. And that's pretty much my pollution colour. Now let's leave that there. Grab yourself your fan brush again. Make sure it's clean. And we'll pick up some titanium white. Let's go back with some titanium white. And we'll start with our Cumulus Cloud. So we're going to use this for the cloud. Now I want to start in the middle here and just start bombing it on. Getting the edge the way I want it to look. Coming back, I'm starting down here first. So it's picking up some of the blue as well for tones and shadows. Put that down like a gentleman. Pick up some of that colour we just mixed with the purple and dance some of that into our cloud for shadow. See, this doesn't need retarder in it. Okay, grab your blending brush, make sure you've got a paper towel or rag to wipe it, and then let's softly blend this together so they look like smooth cotton. And if you feel the shadow colour is getting lost when you're blending, just keep going and then you can come back like what I'm going to do here. I'll just show you as an example because some of mine are getting lost. And we'll put some of the shadow colour back. Okay. Don't blend it right down through to the canvas board. Just sort of lightly dance them together. So you've got some distinct shadow colour in your cloud there. There we go. We could see that, I think. Yep. I've got that in there. I'll just blend the bottom down to like that. We've cleaned our fan brush and we've loaded up with more titanium. Now this white, if anything, looks baby blue and white with that colour there. Now we want to put our really dominant white back. So let's just sort of work out where we want it. Just like that, okay? Then we'll pick up our blending brush again, wipe it so it's not contaminated, and lightly, leaving those white edges, just dance that back into the white and the greys there, just like that, see? So we're getting tones and shadows in there with those colours that we've put onto the canvas. Every now and then I like to look into my monitor and it's looking good. Gives me an idea where I'm up to myself. See, just watch this, just these dobs there make more cloud effects, just like that. Okay, that's one part done. We'll get the next section done. Okay, I've just added this on there. My camera was off when I thought it was on. I'm going to mix up some more shadow colour. Alright, let's get this. Yeah, that's better. In where I want it. Put it down. Grab your blending brush and blend that softly into your whites. Wipe your brush as you go. Now we've got it, if in my mind, if anything, it's sort of like a 2D. We've got our white, we've got our shadow. I want to grab me white brush again and just sort of bring some of this forward over that and get that back there, just like so. Grab your blending brush again and just from the top of that, bring it down. Okay, just from the tops of those areas. So we've done that fluffy, puffy. Let's get rid of that bit in the middle, just like so. Alright, that's pretty much, we can keep doing that till the cows come home, but let's get on to the next section. How are we all doing? We all caught up at this stage at the moment? I just want to say a quick hello to a couple of people that contacted me through the week. I want to say hello to Joe Marsden. G'day Joe Marsden. Jeff Landreth. Grace Nakamura, she's always following my tutorials on clouds. Now if you want to know how to do clouds, this is a must tutorial. This is a beautiful Cumulus cloud tutorial. Brandy Kay, Kathy Morris, she loves my clouds as well, and Rebecca Bluben from Indiana. Hello to all you people there. Later on I'm just going to say hello to the latest people that jumped on board my Patreon page. Thank you very much. Now we're sort of doing this in stages, as you can see. Now we're going to put some more over here before we sort of flatten it down to the horizon line. Alright, so let's get back to the canvas. Not the canvas, the palette. Let's get back to the palette, eh? Now I'm picking up some more white. I've cleaned my brush and I want to bring something in front of here now. So I'm just going to stamp it on like so. I'll come out here a bit. Somewhere there. Just bring the body of it down. Maybe out there a bit. That'll do. See, I've picked up tone of the blue. Now I want to pick up our shadow colour again and put bits of that in there, so mainly down the bottom of that. That'll do it, that's all it needs. Grab your blending brush and start blending that again. I want to leave the top of that cloud there and slowly blend down, and we're going to merge the grey purpley shadow colour in with it, okay? So it's given it proper cloud value colours, coloured values, or cloud value colour, oh whatever, you know what I mean, Valvoline. Alright, there we go, we're getting there, we're softening all those up. Now like I said, this section here is looking two-tone, so we're going to give it some dimension now. I'll tickle the top just a little bit just to soften that edge so it brings the edge to the painting. Steve's just walked in there. Now I'm going to pick up some more white and let's get some of the top more whiter. Okay, like that. Some there like that. Yeah, some sort of bubbling in the middle like so. And out there. That'll do it. Now grab yourself a clean blending brush and let's leave a lot of that white there, but just softening it back into the cloud. Just, I don't know if some of you really overblend your clouds, but it's just very minimal brush work when you're doing it. So we're going to blend this fluffy bit back there, this bit here. I'm just doing it very softly. And that's looking very fluffy. And in my books, Cumulus. Well, it might not be exactly Cumulus, but if someone looks at it, they can relate to the puffy style of cloud that you put on your canvas. Do you know what I mean? Alright, now we're going to do a bit of a section over here. I've picked up some more paint and I want to kind of come over this bit, so this shadow will be sitting back. See how this shadow's behind that white bit? That's what you've got to try and look for and create. So I want to keep that. So I'm going to go right in front of there and bring this down to there. And like I'm doing a normal cloud, the way I normally stamp them on, and bring some of that over there. Alright, put that down like a pure gentleman, and let's blend that. Oh, hang on a minute, before we do, let's grab our shadow colour and put him roughly where we want. So we're sort of spider webbing it up in there, here and there, just like that. Learn how much of that to put in your clouds, practice that procedure even. And we're going to softly bring this cloud home. Keeping that white edge nice and white. And I'm feeling I might have to top up the shadow colour again, because as I'm blending I am losing some of it. So like I said, at it back if you need to. Don't think, oh, it's not working, it didn't work. You've got to keep at it to make it work, all right? Oh, let me look in the monitor and see how that's looking. Actually, that's not too bad. I might just put some more white in it now to give it some dimension. So now we've got to work out, I want a fluffy bit coming forward here and something there. Alright, just like that. I'll probably put a bit up there as well, some white. I'll start from the top and come down. Now see this blob? I want to leave the top very softly, if anything touches the top, and then blend the bottom of it into your cloud. Just softly like that. See what that did? Same with this. Move your brush any old way. You'll get used to different ways and think, oh, I love that. See what's happening? I want to get this about there. So you're leaving the white tip on there. Alright. Now I've cleaned the brush and loaded it up again. Now I want to bring this edge out. So I'm going to get the brush like this. I want to keep that bit of dark bit there and just sort of stamp here. Make the tops of it fluffy and bring it to the edge. Alright. Now what I'm going to do this one a bit different just to see what can happen. So instead of putting our shadow colour in, we'll blend that first. So just like I normally blend a cloud, leaving the top there, whisper that out. I like the edges whispered out. Just now that's looking flat, one-dimensional. We'll put our shadow colour in there. And then we'll quickly blend that into the white. And at least you can see that a lot better. Bring it up into the cloud. And then we'll just highlight the cloud again to make it three-dimensional. So we're picking up our white again and working out what can come in front of other things. Get the top of that done. Top there done. How's that look? Yeah, that's fine. And I maybe want something about there, just like that. Grab our blender again. And then just the tops of that, underneath that new white you put on, just lightly blend it down. Don't leave it too thin like it is there, like a little white line. Sort of give it some character and body. Get the bottom of this highlight there tapped in. And this one. How's that looking in my monitor, Ian? That's looking okay. Alright, we're almost finished there. A couple of people jumped onto my Patreon page the other day, so I want to say hello to Anne-Marie Vogel, Jessica Bazola and Judy Rutley Edge. Thank you for joining my Patreon page and help supporting my content. Good on you all. Alright, we're just going to sort of put a bit more detail here and bring it down to the atmosphere, alright? And then we'll just put a basic water in there to make it look like a bit of a painting, alright? Now let's not muck around, let's finish this. So I want to get something sweeping in front of here. So I want to leave that bit of grey and I want to chippity chop and swing this to the edge of the painting, load it up with more paint, get all that white on there roughly where I want it, and I'm going to come along the bottom of the clouds like this. I shouldn't have done too much because the way this paint's going onto that board, I can see it's drying. Let's see how we go. Grab another blending brush. Now I'm going to do this like I did that other bit. I'll blend this down and add the shadow colour. Doesn't matter if there's some blue showing there. There's gaps in cumulus clouds like that. Alright, I'm getting happy with that. I'll just sort of stamp something over there. Just to fade that out of the picture. Now I'm going to wipe that blending brush, pick up some of the shadow colour and get some of that traced in there down the bottom. I'll do that much first. Pull that up into the cloud there. Pull this up in there, around there as well. And then we'll just make that a bit more dimensional by putting some other whites within it and then blending them down as well. Okay, leaving their top edge on. Are you getting a grasp of the method I'm doing, how it's happening? I hope so. Now to finish this off, I'm going to grab some of the pollution colour. I'll start there. I'll do a bit at a time. It can dance up into the clouds if we want, and I'll show you what I mean. Put that down, grab a clean, dry blending brush. Blend that up into the bottom of the cloud, just like so. So you're giving it a gradient transformation up into the cloud, like that. Yep, see what we've done there? And then we can just bring that down into oblivion, because we're going to take that up later for a horizon line. So we'll continue that all the way across our bottom. Well, there's not much cloud there, so I won't put much. Do the same again. Up into the cloud. You could have done the cloud and blended that down into the horizon if you want, but I like putting this polluted colour in there lately. It's kind of gives it a bit more of a real looking aspect to your painting and the colour values. And the last piece. Up into the cloud a bit. There's not much here, so I'll just sort of fade away there. And let's quickly blend that into the cloud, the bottom of the cloud. Bottom of the cloud's the important bit. Get that done, and then blend the horizon down. And then we'll quickly put some water in there and finish this little masterpiece off, okay? Now we're ready for the water. If you want to get a little bit arty-farty, you can put some little lateral, I think they're called lateral, just like that. Stamp them on, okay? I think that one's a bit low, but anyway, and blend that down into there as well. These are just like the very distant ones laying in the distance there, giving it some more detail. See, just like that. We'll get some more, but up a bit higher. They were a bit low. That'll do. See, they just look like a scrape of paint, but when you blend them appropriately, they sort of give that bullshit effect to your painting, which is what you need. It's always good to have a few bullshit elements in your painting, just to give those people the excuse to go, wow, there we go. Okay, down here I'm getting some turquoise. I've got some phthalo turquoise out of a tube. And I've got to get the horizon line nice and sharp. So I'm going to chisel this onto here. Work out where I want my horizon line. I want it about there. So let's just bring this along in a reasonably straight line. Not too high. Come down a bit here and come down a bit. I went a little bit too high. Alright, now I'll get some darker elements in there. I was going to use tape, but my paint's not drying as quick as I'd like it to. So I'm going to put some bands of this there into the water area, just like that. Picking up some white on that brush now, and just going to fill in these blank bits with some lighter turquoise mixed on my brush with the white, okay? There we go. Now I'm going to turn the brush simply sideways and pull that through the water. If I feel I've lost too much dark, I'll just simply pick some up, put some back, and scratch it through. That's all we need for some simple basic water just to finish this painting off. I want to put some glare for the clouds in the water as well. Just let me get some more dark elements in here first. Alright, now pull them through. Now this paint's just out of the tube, it's got no water retarder or anything with it. See them lines? That's what I'm looking for. Now I'm going to quickly wipe it on a rag, pick up some white, chisel it onto the edge of that flat brush, and I want to get some elements of the cloud glaring onto the water there. Pick up some more white. Just like that. You've made dollops. Alright, now I'm going to wipe that brush. Just wipe it. I don't have to wash it. And I want to lightly pull them into the water. Now I'll come all the way across. And that's a simple water. I'll just grab a bit of the turquoise colour there and put me autograph on there. Then we'll whack a frame on it. Before we whack a frame on it, we'll pull the masking tape off and unveil our latest masterpiece. Alright, put this frame on there. There we go, that's not too shabby, eh? We've got a beautiful fluffy cumulus cloud, pretty easy steps to follow with a bit of a detailed sky and a basic foreground water, alright? Okay, don't forget to share, like and subscribe. Check out the links in the description below. If you want to my Facebook page, add me as a Facebook friend. You can send me messages or video call with me if you like. You can find out how to buy a painting or some brushes, and click on the link for the Patreon page as well and help support my content, alright? Hope you like what we did here today. Tell your friends if you did, but if you didn't, you better tell everybody. All the best, goodbye, good luck, and good on ya.